What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and let's talk Luna Classic and a burn mechanism that you are going to want to know about if you're invested. So make sure you subscribe to the channel for all of your daily crypto content. Let's jump into this one because this one is spicy. So Luna Classic launched at the same time as we saw Terra 2.0. So the old blockchain ceased to exist, but was kind of kept going on the Luna Classic. So this is the Luna Classic versus the BUSD chart. You can see here 8082, which is another zero down from where it was pre the migration onto the new blockchain. We see volume at 593.062 billion, which actually is kind of okay. I actually think that volume is okay. I don't know how much of it's skewed from the initial kind of launch, but it certainly is. If we compare it to the Terra 2.0 or the Luna 2 blockchain, there is significant more volume going through Luna Classic than is going through the new one, which we kind of thought, but there is some really interesting stuff happening. So here is the Bitmart trending coins weekly search popularity May 30th, June 5th. This is last week. Number one was Luna. Now, obviously, everyone was looking at it. Everyone was waiting for the migration. Everyone was waiting for the new blockchain to launch. So that's not a surprise. Luna Classic then being number two, and then into some more of the kind of more community-based tokens. But I do think that was interesting. Now, let's get into the meat of this video. The tax struck burn 1.2% of all transactions. Here's why this is, I guess, interesting at the same time as could be very, very exciting. And we'll talk a little bit about what the community think about it. But a tax burn mechanism is to be implemented on the Loon seed to reduce the total supply. Now, I did do a video yesterday. If you haven't checked it out, it is in the link in the description, talking about the proposals to upgrade the infrastructure and the software infrastructure that runs the blockchain. So you kind of think about that. Then you add in this 1.2% burn, could mean some big things for this project. To reduce the total supply, implement a tax plus burn mechanism on each buy and sell, exactly like we're used to in the DeFi market. You obviously don't get that in big blue chips. 1.2% burn tax. The mechanism should be true until the total supply equals 10 billion Loon C. After that, this mechanism is disabled and the total supply can never be changed. This is to be implemented in all transactions and to be suggested officially by the Terra team on all social media that all exchanges should do the same thing until the condition is met. And again, if you think about the way that kind of Terra collapsed, was the fact that they were selling and it was pegged to the UST and it was minting tokens. It minted something like 6.3 trillion tokens, which completely crashed the price. So there is always a desire to burn. It's been debated, talked about. There's loads of proposals put forward, none of which seem to have got off the ground. But this one could be interesting. It has a long way to go, though, to get to the quorum, so we're going to have to wait and see what happens. It's a working process. Please feel free to share your ideas. This proposal was made because we as a community, here the community and proposed 2975 was a significant tax. So these numbers are the numbers that the community wants. 1.2% together, we can do this. Please vote. It's a lot already been done. This is something that will help speed up things. Now, obviously, I'm on the Luna Classic proposals. If you are interested in how you get into this, because it isn't that straightforward, let me know and I'll do a video on it. But when we take a look at people, what they've used, nobody's voted no. One validator has abstained. 9 validators have voted yes. Now, we know that most of the validators went over onto the Terra 2.0, but we still know there are a significant number that operate on the Luna Classic. So we're going to have to wait and see what happens. But this is what the community wants. And here's where the real test of this project is probably going to come is, are they going to implement a burn mechanism to deflate the supply? It is the only way we are going to see any sort of movement on the price. This is not going to kill 2 zeros just from people talking about it. This is not going to kill 2 zeros just from people kind of making videos about it. There has to be something around the actual mechanism that sits with it. And even a 1.2% on that volume will take a long time to do. But we're going to have to wait and see what happens in terms of votes. 169 people still to vote. Only 32.5 million, or nearly 10%, have voted. You can see that 83.48% have voted yes. So quite a long way, but we will stay close to this one. Now, it was obviously proposed here by Vegas to the entire community. And I just wanted to kind of cover off what people are saying. But look, 100% let's burn. Is it possible to whitelist the proposal? I tried to open the pool to do a whitelist, but I think it did a mistake, etc., etc. Yes, it seems to be the ideal proposals. Shall I make a contract? And it talks about all that kind of stuff. Totally agree we should start burning. Tax on transactions means less transactions. You don't understand the core of the problem. The concern, top 10 wallets holding big amounts of the main weakness of the system right now. Again, what do they do with that? But lots of people talking like it should happen. And again, equally people really questioning whether it should happen as well. But that is, for me, the only way we're going to see it. I think we could see this. It's got a lot of work to do. People are going to have to vote on it. The Terra 2 chain, which we can see is not doing great. That's the reality of this. It's under $5. Are we going to see a rebound? Don't know. The whole market's really challenging at the minute. But 1.2% burn proposed. Are we going to see it? Let me know in the comments down below what you think. But I think it could be an interesting concept. I've talked about this on plenty of videos that I do think a burn mechanism will be interesting on this project. But let me know in the comments down below. Appreciate all your support. As usual, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you guys in the next video.